What's up, YouTube? I finally got that purchase that I was talking about from my last video in the mail today. I was supposed to get it on Friday, but they didn't leave that notice in my box, and my post office always has trouble. But luckily I found it there today, and I'm glad to share it with you. I hope to have a few more of these coming soon, as I've recently made a few more purchases. So originally this order I placed a few months ago, and it finally came in. There was a lot of problems with this order, as with the person who creates this, but it's usually well worth it, and it's one of those controversial coins, and that's where I like to place some bets. Thanks to the group buy, these actually came in $2 over spot as opposed to the $7 to $8 over spot plus shipping you would have to pay if you purchase through the website. So some of you might like this, some of you might not. It's okay. It's meant to be controversial. Ultimately, that's where the risk and the profit is made, by making gambles. And for some people, it's not a gamble. For others, it's just, why would you buy it? But for me, it's just one of those things. It's a moment in history. So this is the 2017 inaugurational Trump coin by Bernard von Haus, who made the Norfeds. If you recall, I had the Type 1, and those ended up being pretty popular, so I decided to get a roll of these. I also picked up some other items which are on the way, but this one I decided to pay a little bit of a premium on, because if I ever get upset, I could always melt these. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Here's a look at the Type 1. As you can see, it's a bit of a BU finish, brilliant uncirculated with a little bit of luster, versus the PL proof-like version. From what I've been told, this new type doesn't differ too much from the proof, but I wouldn't know because I don't have the proof other than the box. If you do have the proof, you tell me in the comment section below. As much as I don't agree with the politics, I do enjoy the look of the round, and because I have a lot of friends who ultimately do follow the politics or do appreciate Trump's politics, they make for good gifts, because, politics shouldn't make enemies between friends. They should just ultimately make you think more. So this is one of my larger purchases as the stock market continues to creep up. It's kind of strange because as the stock market creeps up, the metals market is kind of holding. And now the way I'm seeing it is that demand is a little bit of an undulating curve. And I'm not sure if many of you understand that, but basically it goes in up and down cycles. And right now there's money pouring into the market, but at the same time, money is still holding precious metals in a relatively narrow band, trading band. We're not seeing the dips that we used to see when the market was reaching all-time highs at 18,000 and 19,000, and the silver and gold price tanking to 1,100, breaking 1,100, and silver breaking 14s. This is telling me that people are hedging against a market correction, which means it still may or may not be possible that we would see another large dip, but considering metals hasn't gone down as dramatically as in the past, because if the economy is doing as well as the stock market says it should be doing, then the metal prices should actually be tanking. So I'm back to buying, but I'm a little bit more cautious in my purchases these days. I'm not buying as much stuff. I am still swapping out some pieces. I sold off some Morgans, my graded Morgans, and I sold off some of my proof lunars, and I'm converting them into lower premium bullion such as this. In addition to purchasing metals, I've also been purchasing stocks, because everything is allocated. You dollar cost average on the way up and the way down. And this is just no different. So I've made money on the way up, on the rise. It's been a little bit slower on the metal side. It's kind of funny how I always get comments from videos from way back. Oh, you should have put all your money in stocks. But hindsight is 20/20. You can never really gauge whether or not you're gonna make your money back or not, or if you lose all of it before you gain it back. So I'm just balancing my risk. I also want to take a moment and say thanks to all the people who have been supportive and encouraging for my more recent priorities. And it's taken a while. I've had a few family members pass away, and I do intend to do a video on estate planning because it does get a little messy if you don't have things taken care of. I've also had some other personal issues, and as well as I was taking a class, so a lot of that has been taken care of, or at least coming to a close. It sucks because life happens. It happens to so many of us newbie stackers, where we get so involved in stacking and then something happens and we need to reprioritize. I definitely did. Maybe some of you don't, but for me, I had to just take some time away from stacking, get my head clear, get my priorities straight, get my house in order. I appreciated reading some of the comments that reinforced the need to take some breaks from time to time, because really, with that off the table, it really gave me the energy and the focus to kind of take care of what I needed to take care of. And it's what I like to call chippers, when things happen and where you just chip away little by little, and then hopefully things get better, or you get rid of problems one at a time. Aside from that, I have had some questions about my app. No, it hasn't stopped, but I did slow down a little bit. So I will be working on that one again and incorporating a lot of the feedback, because that's one of those things that I've been working on for a very long time, and I will keep working on that one because I see value in it, and that's one of my solutions to some problems that I see in the YouTube space and in general. The class I took should help me with the tools that I need to get what I need to get done and build what I want to build. So stay tuned. There's going to be more videos in the future. And if you like, please comment, like, and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.